Obviously, any time in this league you get 4 points. That's not happening a lot. There's sweeps a few and far between. Ferris obviously got one last weekend. Lake State got one against Northern the weekend before, but there's not a lot of them. And St. Thomas got one against us. But primarily, you're seeing splits, and 4 points is a good weekend. So we'll take that. I thought in Friday's game, I thought we played pretty well, chasing the game. But when we got ahead in the game, I thought we hung on. So that's something we have to work on. We have a characteristic of taking our foot off the gas. It's part of the maturity that we have to learn to deal with, and the intention of each shift, the every play matters mentality, those things. Saturday, I thought we were chasing the game again, and I thought we did a good job right till the very end, and we had our chances in overtime. They had a couple of chances in overtime. They ended up winning in the shootout, but good execution with the goalie out. Great play by Cascaperti to Bronte on the rush with about 6 minutes left to get us on the board. Once we got one, then all of a sudden you feel you can get another. I thought Scholl had a lot of good looks at pucks, and I think some pucks hit him that he didn't see, and I thought that some others we missed the net on that we had opportunities. But we created enough scoring chances to score goals. I think, obviously Bemidji's very well coached. They play extremely hard. Leighton Road is as good as I've seen in our league this year. As far as I think a pro prospect, good speed, shoulders forward. I thought they had some guys that played very well. Obviously Polkamp is offensively gifted. It's got great speed as well. They were missing their Luft, their a 20-point defenseman, second on their team in scoring. That probably certainly made a difference. Well, like I said to David this morning, how important, he asked me how important Arvid is, and I said how important are sun and rain to, growing plants. He's integral to our team. My daughter was here this weekend to watch games, and she said, your team plays with way different pace when Arvid's on the ice. That says a lot. A big, strong guy that's driving the tempo of the game, the flow of the game, and it was a great statement. Because with that pace, he's around the puck and forcing things to happen. So critically important to our team. We're a different team without him for sure. Highly noticeable when he's not in the lineup. I like him. I like him. Big, strong, pro-looking forwards. We're watching video right before I came here, and I apologize for being late. They you watch them in the offensive zone. We're watching some of their play from Ferris last weekend, and you watch their offensive zone play, and you think, they're dominant. They're finding loose guys. They're hard to contain in the corners, and then the shots are 22-9 for Ferris. So you kind of wonder, but I think they're offensively very creative, very gifted. They use their size and strength to create scoring opportunities. Doesn't take them very long to make a play. They always have traffic around the net. They like release plays, to create time and space with their big, strong guys behind the net. I like their team a ton. They're certainly a team that could win our league. Certainly a team that could win our playoffs from what I've seen. And again, they're young, so I think the future looks bright if they can keep all those guys and not get pilfered in the transfer portal. I think that they're, they've done a good job there. Well, there was growth for sure. I thought there was growth in Getz and Varasio. There was some growth in Piedla and Russell. We've been getting pretty consistent play out of Piedla and Campbell. So, obviously defense is a team game, but the individual plays, that result in scoring chances and goals against are what you're trying to avoid. If you could do your scoring chance review and every single play, like there was no cause, no blame, no individual breakdown for it, you wouldn't give up very many scoring chances. There's a breakdown, and we're trying to find a way to mitigate some of those through, a lot of hard work by the players, a lot of hard work by the staff, trying to mitigate some of those individual plays, turnovers, poor steps at the blue lines, giveaways in the D zone, not playing above your check, poor one-on-one play, poor two-on-two coverage, poor line rush coverage. We're trying to mitigate individually to start with those plays, and then under pressure, the plays. Everybody's good. Everybody at our level, at this level, is good with no pressure, and good players are great when they're facing no pressure. It's the great players, the really good players that create things with pressure, that thrive on playing in pressure. Those are the game changers. We're trying to find those players and help those players develop into that. And what makes an individual. I was talking to David today. You got talent level the same, or even maybe a little bit better overall tools, talent level. What makes this guy grow to there and this guy grow to there or stay there? What makes that? You know what I mean? It's within the player, and you try to find ways to help teach them and get them to read it. But we're trying to help those guys in a positive way, mitigate that, and try to help them all be the best player and most impactful player they can be and reach their level. Yeah, he's pretty consistent. He graded out really well on the weekend, like off the charts, double anybody else. So great eye on your part. Created a lot of scoring chances, won a lot of battles, drove possession. So and obviously when you're doing that and not being involved in scoring chances against, you're impacting the game, and that's what we're looking for. Jack's the guy that others can learn from because he plays on his toes and he plays the game the right way. Very intense every shift, very intense every rep in practice. So he's been a pleasure to have on our team for sure.